Okay, so like Malta, am I right? Malta is this tiny island country in the Mediterranean Sea, and let me tell you, it's seriously underrated. We're talking crystal clear water, ancient ruins that are like way older than anything I've ever seen, and the cutest little towns you've ever imagined. And the best part? It's super chill and laid back. Like you can totally just wander around and stumble upon the coolest stuff. So, in this video, we're going to be checking out 7 places in Malta that you absolutely cannot miss. Get ready for stunning views, delicious food, and maybe even a few awkward encounters, because that's just how I roll. Welcome to the enchanting island of Malta. Nestled in the heart of the Mediterranean, Malta offers breathtaking landscapes, rich history, and vibrant culture. First up, we're headed to Valletta, the capital of Malta. Now, I know what you're thinking. Capital cities like, how boring. But trust me on this one. Valletta is seriously charming. It's like walking through a movie set with these narrow streets and honey-colored buildings. You guys, the architecture here is insane, like seriously old and intricate. We're talking St. John's Cathedral, which is this massive Baroque masterpiece that will blow your mind. I'm not even religious, and I was like, whoa. And then there are the Upper Baraka Gardens, which offer the most incredible views of the Grand Harbor. Picture this, you, me, and a panoramic view of the sparkling Mediterranean. So dreamy, right? But honestly, one of my favorite things to do in Valletta was just to wander around and get lost in the maze-like streets. There are so many cute cafes and shops to discover. I may or may not have bought like a million souvenirs. Oh, and I can't forget to mention the food. Like, can we talk about the pastizi? They're these savory pastries filled with ricotta cheese or mushy peas, and they are seriously addictive. Okay, so we're ditching the city today and hopping on a boat to Comino Island, home to the famous Blue Lagoon. And let me tell you, the pictures do not do this place justice. The water is actually that blue. It's like swimming in a giant crystal-clear swimming pool, except it's surrounded by these dramatic cliffs and caves.
As soon as we got there, I basically sprinted into the water. It was so refreshing and clear, I could see tiny fish swimming around my feet. You can rent snorkel gear and explore the underwater world, or just float around and soak up the sun. Pro tip, get there early. The Blue Lagoon is super popular, so it can get crowded later in the day. After a few hours of swimming, snorkeling, and working on my tan, I was feeling pretty hungry. Luckily, there are a few food stalls near the lagoon where you can grab a quick bite to eat.
Next up, we're traveling back in time to Mdina, also known as the Silent City. This ancient walled city is like something out of a history book, with its narrow, winding streets and stunning medieval architecture. As I stepped through the Mdina gate, it was like entering a different world. The noise of modern life just faded away, and all I could hear were my footsteps echoing on the cobblestone streets. It was kind of eerie, but also super cool. Okay, get ready to have your mind blown because we're about to visit the Ġgantija Temples on Gozo Island. These babies are ancient, like seriously old. We're talking older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, older than your grandma probably. These megalithic temples date back to 3600 BCE, which is just mind-boggling. Like, imagine the people who built these structures, the tools they used, the stories they told. It's just incredible to think about. Walking among these giant stones, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder. The temples themselves are pretty impressive, with their massive stone blocks and intricate carvings. But honestly, it was the atmosphere that really got to me.
Okay, so I'm a sucker for a good market, and the Marsaxlokk fish market did not disappoint. This charming fishing village is known for its colourful boats, called Lazus, and its lively Sunday market. As soon as we arrived, I was hit with the smells of fresh fish, salty air, and a hint of something sweet. It was amazing.
The market was bustling with locals and tourists alike, haggling over the day's catch, buying fresh produce, and just soaking up the atmosphere. We spent hours wandering through the stalls, admiring the variety of fish on display, trying local delicacies, and just people watching.
I may or may not have bought a hand-painted ceramic plate as a souvenir. Okay, I totally did, but it's so cute. After the market, we had lunch at a restaurant overlooking the harbor.
Okay, you guys, this next spot is a little cheesy, but I couldn't resist checking it out. I'm talking about Popeye Village, the actual film set from the 1980 Popeye movie starring Robin Williams. Now, I know what you're thinking. A movie set from the 80s, really? but trust me on this one, it's actually pretty cool.
The village is like a time capsule, with its colorful wooden houses, quirky details, and stunning coastal views. We spent the afternoon exploring the village, taking silly photos with the Popeye and olive oil impersonators, and just enjoying the whimsical atmosphere. Plus, the views from the village are incredible. You can see for miles along the coastline, and it's just breathtaking. Last but not least, we're ending our Maltese adventure with a visit to the Hagar Kim and Mnajdra temples. These megalithic temples are perched on a clifftop overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, and the setting is just as impressive as the temples themselves. As we walked towards the temples, the wind whipped through my hair, and the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks filled my ears. The temples themselves are pretty incredible, with their massive stone blocks, intricate carvings, and mysterious underground chambers. We spent hours exploring the temples, admiring the views, and just soaking up the atmosphere. It was the perfect way to end our trip to Malta. And that's a wrap on our Maltese adventure. I'm seriously obsessed with this place. From the charming cities to the stunning beaches and ancient ruins, Malta has something for everyone. I had the best time exploring this beautiful island, eating my weight in pastizzi, and soaking up the Mediterranean sun. If you're looking for a unique travel destination with a rich history, stunning scenery, and a relaxed vibe, then Malta should definitely be on your bucket list. You won't regret it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel inspiration.